Hello friends, James Stevenson here with rumors about the upcoming Tesla Model 2, a new compact Tesla, as well as some Model Y refresh news on the horizon. Let's go ahead and check in with my co-host Loki before I share my desktop with you. Loki is there curled up in bed, and then I'll share my desktop and show you this tweet from Holmar's catalog at Holmar's blog with a clip from Autoline, hosted by Sean McElroy, who is the most obvious son of another person I've ever seen. If you had given me three guesses and the first two didn't count, whose dad this guy is, I would have guessed John McElroy for sure. Listen to him talk.
Is Tesla still really working on a Model 2? Sure looks like it is. In fact, it's working on two versions, one for the US and a slightly different version for Europe. AutoForecast Solutions reports that Tesla will launch the Model 2 at its gigafactories in Austin and Berlin. But the one for the US is designated 2X, which AutoForecast describes as a slightly more rugged off-road version. The Model 2 that will be built at Berlin is a compact, inexpensive car. It goes into production in July of 2027. The rugged 2X goes into production in Austin in January of 2026. But it will only be built until December of 2030, at which time it gets replaced in January of 2031 with the next generation 2X.
All right, so if those predictions sound suspiciously precise for how far into the future they are, you're not alone. A lot of these 53 comments were about that. Tesla New York probably had the most helpful reply here. It was the schedule from the source Sean McElroy just quoted. AutoForecast Weekly. Friends, what's going on? Did they get a leak from somebody who works at Tesla and said, hey, we just had a meeting with Elon about the Model 2 and the Model 2X, and here's all the juicy details and the timelines? No, that definitely didn't happen. Okay, so what did happen? Well, these guys at AutoForecast Weekly have to publish something, so they made it up, same as everybody else does, right? You just guess at what you think the timelines are going to be, you guess at what you think the models are going to be and when, and what makes sense to you, and you put that into your forecast, right? So that's what's here. I'll just go through the Asia Pacific updates here. They only have Tesla here, and they're guessing that Tesla will sell the current version of Model Y through Christmas Eve 2024. And then beginning on the 4th of January 2025, they'll start selling Opal 2, which is what they are calling the refresh Model Y. All right. Well, this might not be a terrible guess. It might be a terrible guess. We won't know until we find out when Tesla wants to refresh the Model Y like they did with the Model 3. It could be January of 2025, or it could be something else, right? You can read these other brands' updates from them if you want to. Here's the North American production updates we just heard. The Tesla Model 2X. The other reason that I specified, did somebody who works at Tesla leak to them that Elon had just met with them and talked about the Model 2? It will not be called Model 2, friends. I don't know how many times Elon has to say it when he's asked about future versions of cars, but they are done calling stuff Model single character, right? Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y, and that's it. They're done with that naming convention. They're not going to keep using that. So if you think there's a Model Q coming, there isn't a Model Q. You can't buy a Tesla Q from Tesla. As delicious and funny as the irony might be for the Tesla Q community for their faces to get ripped off shorting Tesla once again if Tesla sold a Model Q. It's not going to happen. So will there be a Tesla Model 2X? There won't be a Tesla Model 2X. They'll name it something probably something very descriptive and very obvious. I mean, we have the Tesla Semi, we have the Tesla Cybertruck, we have the Tesla Roadster, which is a name they already used once before for the original Roadster. Let's keep going and see what's in the Western European production update here. They have Tesla Model Y Opel beginning production the same time that it's beginning in China. That seems unlikely to me that they would try to do both those things the same week, but that's what's in the AutoForecast Weekly forecast, and they have it running for 4 years. After that, another model, Generation 3 Model Y, runs for another 4 years precisely. Okay. And then there's this Model 2. So, could Tesla sell some small, I don't want to say compact, but maybe like a Volkswagen Golf size vehicle that would be easier to drive in European older downtown areas, park in tiny parking spaces, those sorts of things? Sure. Tesla might make one of those in Europe from Giga Berlin. It would probably sell pretty well if they did, but don't think that somebody has leaked to AutoForecast Weekly when Tesla plans to do that, because, in my opinion, they are just making it up. Right, Loki? That's what Loki told me. He said they're just making it up because they have to publish something as their forecast, and that's what they thought made sense to them. And that's it. So with that, I will thank you for watching the video. I'll remind you to like the video. If you haven't liked the video yet, but you liked the video, please like the video. And make sure you are subscribed and following me. And a special shout out to my 2 executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com, and I'll see you in the next one.